Am I the asshole for failing to take care of my sister's dog while she was in labor? I'm 20 on F, and my older sister and I have always been close, but we tend to clash because she's a perfectionist and gets hostile when things don't go her way. One night, she called to say she was going into labor and asked me to watch her puppy. I agreed, and she gave me detailed instructions, including putting the dog in a safety harness when taking him outside. Later, I took the dog out and brought him back in, but I hadn't fully taken off his harness when he ran toward the living room where my mom was on FaceTime with my sister's boyfriend. I finished taking the harness off, but minutes later, I got angry texts from my sister accusing me of mistreating her dog because he was still in the harness for a few extra minutes. Her boyfriend had seen it on the FaceTime call and told her. She then called, yelling that I was lazy and unreliable, and told me and my mom to leave her house immediately. She even said we wouldn't meet the baby until we earned her trust back. At 2 a.m., we left, and I asked her boyfriend what was going on when he arrived. He just brushed me off, saying, "We're having a kid, you don't get an explanation." I spent the night comforting my mom, who was really upset, thinking she might not see her grandchild. The next day, my sister called to apologize and blamed her reaction on stress and hormones. She invited us over to meet the baby, so we went. The visit was fine, but afterward, she asked why I seemed quiet. I calmly told her how hurt I was after being kicked out, insulted, and threatened. I explained that the situation left a lasting negative memory for everyone her boyfriend missed moments at the hospital. My mom was devastated, and now her in-laws probably think we can't handle helping her. I just wanted her to acknowledge my feelings. Instead, she got defensive again, saying she stood by everything she said, and that I was disgusting for trying to put a dark cloud over her baby's birth. She then asked me to leave, which I did. We haven't spoken since, and while I understand she's under a lot of stress, I'm left wondering if I'm wrong for wanting my feelings to be acknowledged. Not the asshole. Don't let her institute a norm where she gets to use you as a punching bag, and you just pretend it's okay because reasons. It's absolutely not okay. I don't buy that having a kid is a free ticket to be an asshole without consequences. If momentary stress causes an unfortunate outburst, there is a remedy for that: a sincere apology and assurance that it won't happen again. If you don't get that, I'd keep my distance if I were you. It's not difficult to predict what you are going to be subjected to if she is allowed to get away with this behavior. Her boyfriend had seen it on the FaceTime call and told her, "Why would somebody bother a woman who is giving birth with such trivia?" I suspect the boyfriend is trying to isolate her from her family. Your sister does not get to blame hormones on this. She's just acting like a mean and controlling person. She can find someone else to dog sit and potentially babysit if she cannot apologize. Not the asshole. Not the asshole don't accept that amount of disrespect. That's not hormones, that's being an asshole. Never do anything for them again, period. So, you all should be prepared for your sister and her boyfriend to pull this card as often as they like. Threatening people with not seeing the baby is pretty much a staple for people like this. You're not entitled to demand that someone care about your feelings while you don't care about theirs. I would be inclined to forgive your sister if, after apologizing and blaming stress and hormones, she had acted consistently with the view that she had been wrong. But that would have meant acknowledging your feelings. Instead, she chose to go back to the position she took under stress and hormones. Not the asshole. Absolutely not the asshole. This feels like you're being the scapegoat for other anger or feelings, and this is really an overreaction. Time is needed and maybe a mediator for sure. Anyone who uses their child as a weapon isn't mature enough to be a parent. Not the asshole, but your sister and her BF. Update men. Not the asshole never dog sit, babysit for this couple. People like that, it's better to maintain an LC. Not the asshole. Your sister is wholly unreasonable, and her boyfriend is a tool. Shame on both of them for treating you and your mom that way, and for weaponizing their child. Never babysit for her. Ever. Not the asshole. While some high emotions can be forgiven during labor, and when hormones are high pre- and post-birth, it doesn't excuse being totally unreasonable and ungrateful. She was lucky to have you and your mom be there for her at her beck and call when she went into labor. Hopefully she will learn that during emergency situations, you need to be grateful that anyone at all shows up to help you. Beggars can't be choosers. I wish your nibbling luck growing up if their mother is going to be that controlling and reactive. No. She's a huge entitled and so is her prick BF. Not the asshole. Seems like she and boyfriend are a match made in heaven. You're helping her out, and the infraction was damn near non-existent. The reaction to the non-existent infraction was absurd. Rest your nerves, because I can only imagine the horrors that await when it comes to their reaction to an imaginary offense involving the baby. Not the asshole. Also, as someone who has both small kids and a puppy, your sister must be absolutely delusional to be alienating her entire support network when she is about to need more help than she has ever needed before. A free, reliable, and short-notice dog sitter? A caring and involved grandmother? Does this woman know how many people would kill to be in her position while she throws her piss fit over the dog being in a harness for 3 extra minutes? Good luck to her. She is going to need it. Hope her kid doesn't end up having interminable colic. Not the asshole. In the end. As a dog owner myself, you can't always get the harness of right when they come back inside from being out. Sometimes they get away from you before you can take off the harness. And it's not like it hurts the dog to leave a harness on. I, for one, use the harness when taking my dog out so he doesn't slip out of his collar and run off. Being in labor or not, there is no reason for her to overreact that much just because her dog was in its harness for just a few extra minutes. Also, why would her boyfriend bother telling her what happened when she is in labor? That's just ridiculous. I feel sorry for your sister's kid and puppy. Not the asshole.